Hey guys, how are you doing? Come on in. I meant to come on a couple of minutes earlier. Hang on, let me get my, whoops, sorry. Come on in, come on in. You are on my page, Julie Belcher with Nothing is Wasted Designs, and we are in the Artist Lounge Marketplace, waiting for Corey to finish up, and then we are going to refresh the page, and let's see where we're gonna go. Let's see here, the Artist Lounge Marketplace, and just waiting for Corey to finish up. Don't you just love listening to her? I love listening to Corey. She is such a sweetheart. I love her love for Jesus. I have the same love for Jesus that she does, and I hope y'all do too. Hey, Mary, how are you doing? Sorry, I'm probably stressing you out over there, coming on 1 minute early. I usually try to come on 2 minutes early so that everybody has time to find me. And I couldn't get my fingers to type what I needed to type. So y'all come on in, come on in. This is the cottagecore theme today, and I am going to, great job, Corey. It's good to be back with y'all. It's been crazy over here, but anyway, we're doing well. Got me all sprinkled out. Okay, good. I gotta get this cord out of the way so that I don't burn it. All right, so what I am going to do tonight, I know that this is a, what do I want to say, a shopping experience, but the Lord has pretty much instructed me until He tells me differently. This is where I am. He has instructed me that I am to give away my pieces as opposed to selling them this year for 2026 until He tells me differently. So I'm going to create, and if anybody wants what I have to create, then you can message me whatever I create, and you just have to pay for shipping, and that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. In a little bit, I'll probably show y'all a couple of things that I've made recently, and we'll go from there. So now following me is going to be Mary with the Painted Peach. She's going to, I'm sure, between her and Corey, they both have beautiful paintings, so I'm sure Mary's going to paint something. And then from 7, that's at 6 o'clock. And then at 7 o'clock, we're having a break, is my understanding. And then Denise with Delights Jewels is going to be on at 8. And you're going to want to hang in and see what she has. She has all kinds of different kinds of jewelry that she sells. And hey, Audrey, how are you? Welcome. All right, so before I get started, let me show you what I have. I've got a few things ironed and a few more things still to iron. These are some napkins. I know it seems like wrong to cut these up, but guess what, y'all? I'm gonna cut them up, and we'll see where we go with this. These are napkins that I got from my grandmother over 25 years ago. They've been sitting in a drawer doing nothing. And I saw someone making carrots out of doilies, and I don't have any, I couldn't find any doilies. I used to do I did a craft with angels, that I made angels out of doilies 30 something years ago. And I had a whole bunch of doilies, and could I find them? Couldn't find them. So I happened, when I opened a drawer, I saw these napkins, and I thought, well, let's try and see what we can do with these. So we're going to take these napkins. Let me show y'all something that, now, these two things are not for giving away, but this is, this year, what I'm doing, 2026, is I'm going into my stash, and I'm using what I have, and I'm basically shopping for some supplies and things like that, but for the most part, I'm just, I'm going to use what I have and try and declutter the house some and clear things out. So I guess if I'm selling anything, today, it's really, I'm encouraging you to come join me on my page and join me as I craft. I do a variety of different kinds of crafts. These are 2 button, this is one, and this I made the other night, is this little sheep. And anyway, yeah, and it has Matthew 18:12 that I wrote on the side, and it says, if a man owns 100 sheep and one wanders away, will he not leave the 99 on the hills and go to look for the one that wandered off? And, you know, I just thought that this was, you know, a great depiction of, you know, how God is with us, you know. Sometimes we wander away and he leaves the 99 and then he comes back and he finds us and brings us back into the fold. So I just want to show you just kind of an idea of what kinds of things that I have made in the past, and encourage you to join me in the present. And this is a can that started with a coffee can, and I have not finished this yet. I didn't know if I was going to have time to use this today or not, but my thinking was to put some pink flowers in here. The theme for tonight is cottage core, and when I think of cottage, I think of the beach, because we have a beach cottage, and we own it with 9 other families. My dad was in the Navy, and he, I guess I could iron while I'm talking. He was in the Navy, and when he retired from the Navy, a friend of his who was in the Navy with him retired also, and my dad went into real estate, and then the friend of his, he introduced his friend to the company that my dad had joined the real estate agency with. And anyway, this gentleman ended up, oh, I got a little bit more wrinkled. This gentleman ended up going into real estate, loved it so much that he actually bought a franchise. And after he bought the franchise, you know, he knew a lot of people, plumbers, carpenters, people who were in flooring. My dad was in furniture at the time. He ended up selling furniture, having a furniture store. And anyway, long story short, Billy Coons was the one who started the cottage that we are part owners of. And what he did was he took people with their giftings and their occupations, and they invested either a certain amount of money, or they invested a certain amount of money in product. And so that's how, and we used to always go down to, this is the Outer Banks in North Carolina. And we used to always go down on my dad's share. He had one share, and we loved it so much. And my husband said, well, if a share ever goes up for sale, you know, we wanted to buy one because we like going down there so much. Well, it ended up that the man who started, it's like a personal timeshare. The man who started the house, him and his wife said, I don't want to come down anymore. All I end up doing is babysitting, and it was hard on her. But anyway, so long story short, we bought, I gotta do one of these. Hold on. We bought his share, and let me get some water on this. This is the only time I iron, y'all, is when I do crafts or something. I used to iron everything. But anyway, so, And then eventually my parents, they ended up selling their share because they weren't going down there very much. And we're still part of the cottage. It's called 10 on 11 because there are 10 families on the 11th golf hole. And the kids, when they were younger, they would go down and they would collect golf balls. And then our older son, who was very business minded, he ended up selling the golf balls back to the golfers. He would set up like a little stand, and it was like 25 cents and 50 cents for golf balls. We're talking 30 years ago. And he tried selling lemonade, and I made homemade cinnamon buns, but you know, things were kind of crazy at that time, and people wanted something that was packaged, not something that was homemade. So the cinnamon rolls, I mean, we're talking homemade cinnamon rolls with freshly ground wheat, y'all. I'm not talking just popping a can and putting them on a tray. But I thought, well, if they're not going to buy them, then I'm not going to make them. I'll just make them for our family. But anyway, so this is like a really cool story. You just cannot outgive God, y'all. So one of the times we get the cottage 5 weeks out of the year. And one of the times when we had the cottage, let me get this wrinkle out of here that I just put in here. We had to pick, Mark had Vacation Bible School, and we waited for him to finish the Vacation Bible School that particular Friday, and then we went down to the cottage. And anyway, they were collecting money for missionaries. All right, so there's 2. I don't know if I'm going to do 3 or not. I think I'm going to get 2 done, y'all. We'll see how this goes. All right, let me put this over here. I'm going to put this out of the way. That's a wool mat, if any of y'all are wondering what that is. I do sew. I haven't been sewing since I started my crafting page, but I do sew. I learned how to sew when I was 13 and 14. So anyway, we picked up, I'm going to show y'all kind of from start to finish how I'm going to do this. And it may end up that I only get 1 made, but we'll see. And I don't want this tag, so I am going to put the tag there. All right, so we picked our son up from Vacation Bible School, and that week he had, all right, let's see how I want to do this. That week he had brought in money. You remember the little film containers that film used to come in, for those of you that are old enough to remember that? Show me some hearts if you remember those little black and clear film containers. But anyway, so the people at the Vacation Bible Schools, said, bring in whatever money you want to bring in. Okay, good. I didn't think I was the only one that remembered it out here, but told them that to bring in whatever money. Well, our son, he's a big giver. I think he has the gift of giving, and he doesn't tell people what he gives. It's like you're not letting your right hand and your left hand know what they're doing. And all right, so let me tell you, I'm going to do this while I'm talking. And how many of you had like 4, 5, 6 rolls of film that you had to turn in because you never got around to it? All right, so what I'm going to do is I want you, remember, I am a math teacher by profession. So anytime you watch me, there's going to be some kind of, well, not every time, but there's a good possibility there's going to be some kind of math, something involved in this. So I want you to think of a circle. And in the center of the circle, you go from the center of the circle to the outside, and that is your radius. If you go all the way through the circle, that's a diameter. And so what I'm doing is this point down here in the corner is going to be my center of the circle. And the radius in this particular problem is going to be, in this particular project, is going to be from the center of the circle to however far I go out. Let me point this down just a little bit. And so I'm going to make this, we're going to turn this into, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take this and we're going to make a section of the circle, and then I'm going to glue it together, and then we're going to go from there. But we don't always have a template. You know, I know with technology, we can go online and we can get just about anything, but sometimes you can just have the tools that you need. And so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take, and I am going to, actually I want to do it this way. I'm going to take the edge of the ruler and I'm going to put it at the edge of the what's this called? Napkin. And I am going to make this 9 inches, okay? So I'm at 12, 9 inches from that is 3. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to just put a mark on here. Now this is going to be inside of the other napkins, so we're not going to see that mark. So that's going to be 9 inches. Now, so what I want to do is I want to draw the circle around here. And so every time I make another radius or another mark from the center of the circle to the outside of the circle, I'm going to be on that particular arc. So I'm lining up the corner of the, let's see if I can bring y'all in. I'm lining up the corner of the ruler with the corner of the napkin, and I'm just rotating it a little bit, and then I'm going to put a mark here. And this is how you can draw a circle if your pen writes. If your pen doesn't write, all bets are off. Oh, come on. All right, here we go. Let's see what Plan B says. If there's I've got a pencil in here, it looks like. All right, let's go with the pencil. This is not, oh, there it goes. Now it's going to write. All right, so can you tell I'm used to teaching 150 students a year? You just got to kind of drop back and punt. All right, so I'm going to take and I'm going to put a mark right here by the 3. That's going to give me 9 inches. And then I'm going to rotate my ruler. And what I'm getting is an arc here. And so if you ever, this is one way to do a circle. You can do it with string. You can do it with a ruler. You can also fold a piece of fabric into 4 pieces and cut from the center of that to the outside. And this doesn't have to be perfect. This is what this is going to do is this is going to hold the puffy part of the carrot, since I have holes in my napkin. And the closer that you make your dots, you know, the more you're going to have a line. But you know, you can make them as far apart as you want. I'm just showing y'all how we can do this. And then once we get this one made, we can just kind of go around and use this as, you can do this on a piece of cardboard and make it as a template, however you want to do this. But anyway, so we picked up our son from Vacation Bible School, and we took him down to the cottage, and he had friends. We were in a 4-H group. God had me lead a 4-H group, and the kids came down, and you know, Mark and the kids. He was 10 or 11 at the time. And now, maybe 11, maybe 11. Yeah, it was about, he was pretty young. He was about 10 or 11. And anyway, so they set up shop and sold golf balls to back to the golfers all weekend. Y'all, you know what? Mark had filled up those film containers. I think he brought like 3 of them in. and they had quarters in them, filled to the brim. He put as many quarters as he could find, and this is like his history. I mean, he's done this his whole life. He will give stuff away, and he ends up getting back more than he ever gave away. Well, that weekend at the cottage, those kids made over $200 in selling golf balls back to the golfers. And, you know, and we knew, my husband and I knew that this was just God blessing Mark because of his heart to give. And so what they were raising money for was to go to camp. Oh, thanks for sharing me out, Janet. How you doing? The money was, they raised the money so that the kids could go to camp, and they had half scholarships. I can't remember how much they had to earn, but they sold donuts, and they sold, I can't remember what else, but everything that they did to raise money for that 4-H camp, what was it called? Not camping, what did I just say? Anyway, it was a camping experience. It was a 4-H retreat, like a retreat. And God just kept blessing them and blessing them and blessing them. I've been helping my son learn the radius diameter area. Oh, awesome. Are you homeschooling? We homeschool too. This just may be oh, good, for us to do together to reinforce the way we can use. Very good, very good. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And, all right, so now this is what I have, okay? Remember that I would recommend that before you have him do this part, is it Narelle? Is that how you, Narelle, is that how you pronounce your name? Before you have him do a section of the circle, I would have him draw, I don't know if you have access to a compass or not, but to get a compass and have him draw a whole circle and then go from the center to the outside and then kind of block off a section of that circle so that he can correlate that this is a section of the entire circle. And all kinds of fun things that you can do with that. All right, so let me take, and I'm going to cut this out. And so did y'all see my little dots? See how I've got? So this is the center of the circle, and this is the edge of the circle. And okay, very good. Yeah, I pronounced a lot of names over my lifetime between teaching school. All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna cut this just a little bit shy of the dots because I don't want the pen marks. You can do this in pencil. You can do this in chalk. You can cut up sheets. It's nice if you have a corner because that'll give you a straight edge to put your circle from. You can do this on cardboard. Let's see. I would look on Pinterest too, circle crafts. And I was just recently, you know, we've got pi, 3.14. I actually have pi in here, 3.141592653. It's like I had it out to 100 digits in my classroom. But March the 14th is Pi Day. 3/14, and so you can start looking for crafts, Pi Day crafts on, these scissors are not very good. How are we doing on time? I may only have time to do one of these, y'all, so let's just see. All right, let me get a second one. Now, if I did this on like cardstock, you need to make sure that it's big enough. But I think what I'm going to do is just so I have a second one of these ready to go in case I want it, I'm going to just use this as a template. And then if we have time to do a second one, we'll be able to do that. But that'll be fun. Y'all can make pies, anything with circles. There's some circles on Amazon that I was looking at that are, they're divided, you know, into different fractions. And there's also some neon circles that you could do, like make stepping stones or fold them in half or cut them at different angles, cut certain amount, like take a protractor and, okay. All right, so that one's, so I'm going to cut a second one of these just in case we have time for it. I don't know if we will, but I may only be doing one of these. But yeah, I thought the neon circles were fun. You could take a protractor and cut out like a quarter of the circle or something like that. The circle's already there. You don't have to draw it. You can take circles that are already cut out, fold them in quarters, and find the center. Oh, you know what? I'll have to see if I can find. This was a fun project that I made. Oh, you got me talking math now, y'all. You never gonna get that. All right, see, this is where I used a compass and a protractor. I did a live on this, and they kind of look like pinwheel flowers. And so what I did was I started by drawing a circle, and then this is a circle within the circle, and that's how I got the flower. If you message me, I will try and, you'll have to probably message me from your private page, because business pages to business pages just don't work. But I will try and find that particular link, and I went over very specifically how to do that flower using just a compass and a straight edge and a pair of scissors. I don't know why this is not, these scissors just aren't cutting. All right, come on, I gotta find the sweet spot on here. But Pinterest will be a great resource for you. All right, I gotta get a different pair of scissors, y'all, because these are just not cutting. I don't know if these are gonna be any better. There we go. All right, so we're going to get that out of the way. We'll save this for something else. These are also napkins that I have had in a bottom drawer in my house for a long time. And it's just time to start using this stuff. And you're welcome. All right, so what I'm going to do is we're going to take, this is my idea. Where is my, all right, I got some fiber fill here. And I'm going to take and and here's going to be my circle, and I'm going to turn this and roll it just so that I have a cone. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take, and I think what I want to do is I'm going to turn it that way. So I'm going to take and put the glue on this hem section. How old is your son? All right, so there is that. And then we're going to just keep rolling it around. You'll find some good stuff on there. You have a compass. If you have a compass that you have to screw to move, that will be better than, let's see what else we got. Radius, diameter, okay. Cool. Oh, I love that. You just made my day. Get me talking about teaching math, and I'm off and running. You know, I've told people before that, when I was the freshman in college, I didn't, the first semester, I didn't take a math class, and I missed it so much that I would come home and I would get my brother's Algebra 2 book out, and I would flip to the back just so that I could do some equations and some math because I missed it so much. I don't know of many people that do stuff like that, but that was me. And then the next semester I took math because I was like, oh man, I'm really missing it. So, all right, here we go. We're going to just roll this around. And then, of course, I'm going to probably cut this off and make it so that you can do this with paper. You can, be fun if you have a waffle cone maker. It'd be fun to, like an ice cream waffle cone maker. You can make your own waffles and then eat ice cream on top. And, all right, so do I want to, all right, let's see what we got here. So we're going to take and we're going to fill this. It looks like I'm not going to get a whole lot done. So I may just go for the one, y'all. Ooh, this is like really weird feeling. All right, we're going to stuff this in here. These are going to be kind of like carrots, like cottage core carrots is what we're going for, y'all. All right, and then just kind of push this down in here. It's not going to take much. The reason why I'm doubling this is because the napkins have like a cutout, an embroidery section on them, and this way you won't see. If I just put these straight in the napkins, this fiberfill stuff. All right, so see what we have? You see how that's nice and firm now? All right, and I may just, all right, let's see how we want to do this. So did you tell me, do you homeschool, Narelle? We homeschooled our boys from the cradle to high school. I didn't do it all. God brought the right people around at the time. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of put this on here. And I'm just going to kind of decide how I want to do this. And I'm going to wrap this around. I may have time to do more than one of these. All right, so this is what we're doing, okay? And then this is going to be the tip down here. And then I'll trim it after, let's see how I want to do this. All right. I'm going to just kind of, I want that part here. All right, so here we go, y'all. I'm going to stick this on right on the fabric. These are Grandma's napkins that have been sitting in a drawer for a long, long time, over 20 years, y'all. So it's time to do something with them. Let's see here. Super. Glad to help. That is my passion. I have lots of passions, to be honest with y'all. Whatever God brings me into is my passion. All right, so I'm going to take, and we're going to just, I got to make sure, oops, I didn't account for that. Hold on, I'm going to cut this tip off. And then I'm going to just make it so that this closes. There's precision, and then there's just make it happen, right? I'm almost thinking I want to fold this up. I do. Okay, that's what I want to do. I just want to fold this up. I'll hold that. Got, I had even thought about putting this in that can. Straight Jacket Crafts by Jen. She does a lot with, let me do this here. She does a lot with smashed cans, and so I've done one smashed can, actually a half, because I haven't finished it yet. And anyway, so I just want to remind those of you that are watching that this is an event with the Artist Lounge Marketplace, and this is a night where, let me get another glue stick. This is the night where a lot, the artists will feature the pieces that they're selling, and the only thing that I'm selling is to invite you to my page, and we'll see how that goes. All right, here we go. I'm going to come over to the other side. We used to have a ice cream waffle cone maker, and we would take it down to our cottage, and we'd have like an ice cream bar, and that was back in the days when I was still eating a lot of sugar. I don't eat as much sugar like I used to. All right, so we're going to put that on there, and then we're going to wrap this around. Oh, this is going to be prettier than I even imagined. Okay, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. All right, so let me finish this side over here. And all I'm doing is just putting some glue, fabric to fabric. The glue gun works pretty well with that. I don't normally do vintage stuff. I usually do bright colors, and when Mary told us, gave us some suggestions of what cottage core was, I was like, I don't do any of that. But, it's good to be stretched. It's good to be outside our comfort zone, right? So that's what I like. I love to be stretched. My mom used to challenge me. Like if there was something that she wanted me to do, she would say, she would give me some kind of challenge. It was always in a positive way. It was never mean or anything. But, it was like, I bet you can't do this or that. And I was like, watch me. And, well, I never really considered myself to be a rebel until I started homeschooling. And then I realized, yeah, I think way outside the box. Oh my gosh, y'all, look at that. I am loving this. Okay. All right, let me finish getting this on here. How are we doing on time? Oh, 37. Time flies when you're having fun. See, here you got me talking about math, and I lost all my concentration. I tutored my friends' kids for free. I taught in, when I left public school, I was in public school for a little over 8 years, and God called me to be a stay-at-home mom. Oh, I'm loving this. When you do like a semi-prototype of something, you never really know, and especially when it's like just a few minutes right before you're going live, you never really get an idea of what's going to happen. And I am liking this, y'all. I am really liking this. If you did like fake food or something, this would be a fun job to, you could get some like styrofoam balls or something. That'd be another thing you could do, Narelle, is you could make like these little cone things and then decorate the ice cream, like make it like an ice cream cone with different colors of, all right, let's see how we're doing here. All right, we're going to take this. I want to keep the edge on this because there's a real pretty scallop on it. I hope y'all are having as much fun as I am. I'm in the wrong group of people to be talking about math for the most part. I All right, let's see what we got. That one kind of wrapped a little bit farther than I wanted it to, but that's okay. I'm going to keep it on here because I do like the scallop, y'all. And then I'm going to just take a pair of scissors and I'm going to cut this off. 39. Okay. All right, so this is what we have. There it is. I don't know if y'all can see. It's like a real, it's almost like a real faint. I at first thought it was blue, but it's almost like a real faint lavender. All right, here we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take, all right, see what we got? Let's see what we got. We got us a carrot. But before I do anything else, all right, I want to make sure that I don't cut this too short. So I'm going to just going to wing it, y'all. Just going to wing it. Let's see, if I do this here, I want a little bit of a tail, and I'm going to just cut straight across here. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? There we go. And then I may have to cut this down some more. I think I need to cut it some more. I do. All right, hang on. Let's cut it down just a little bit more. If I show you what I want to do, the idea is for this to look like carrots, and carrots need some kind of top to them, right? So I'm thinking what we will do, all right, there is, all right, so I'm going to take a piece of ribbon and tie this. Maybe I'll just, instead of tying it, I'll just glue it around the top here. All right, here we go. This would be better if I tied it first, I think. Hold on, because it'll hold it together. All right, so we're going to just take some ribbon. I want to make sure this is in the front. And I like to run it through twice because that kind of holds it in place without having to have a finger on it. My dad taught me that. All right, so this is what we have so far. It looks like I may have to trim that up just a little bit, but I think we'll be okay. And then we're going to take and we're going to put a bow on this. And we're going to fix this little guy. And I was thinking, all right, this is what I'm thinking. Let me see if my thought is going to actually play out. So if y'all are new to my page, I tend to go in seasons of things. You know, I might do like watercolors for a while or paint something for a while. All right, I'm gonna cut just a little bit more off of this. I don't want it quite that long. Actually, I kind of like it. I thought I was going to put some ribbon coming out of the top, but I think I like it just like that. What do y'all think? I think I like that. And then I think I want to put just a dab of glue right here. There we go. How we doing? I got enough time. I'm going to do another one. Okay. So this is one. Now let me tell you what I'm thinking. What I thought. This might be too big for this. I was thinking that we could take, but you can't see them. Can't see that embroidery. No, this isn't going to work. I was thinking that we could do like, you know, like put like several different carrots in here. But you really lose the embroidery aspect of that. So I want to do something different with that. And I'm not sure what it is yet. So let me do that one more time, just on repeat for y'all. And this is going to go pretty close. I mean, pretty fast. Going to do the same thing. We're going to just take and roll this. We're going to put some glue on the outside edge. I'll do it one more time so that y'all can see what, now that you know what we're going for, you can take mental notes of what we're doing. All right, so all I did was just make it whatever size cone you want. I probably could have made that a little bit bigger. And then just keep rolling this around. Put a bead of glue on there and roll it. And then put another bead of glue on here and roll it. And so the first one was kind of like the slow part of it, and the second carrot. And once you get going, you can do these pretty quickly. Once you have the idea of what you want. All right, and then we're going to take and we're going to fill this little triangle here in. Now, if I did not have the holes in here, I probably would not do the insert, but because I had the holes in the embroidery, that's why I'm filling this as opposed to, oh, this stuff is awful feeling. I don't know where I got this stuff from. I've got some really good polyfill that I got from Martel. What is their name? They're out of Florida. Love them. I got my quilting table, my cutting table from them, and they've got some really high quality stuff, but I don't know, this stuff is like, I don't know what it feels like, but it's terrible. It's like you could clean your pots and pans with it. But again, after me is going to be Mary, and I'm guessing that Mary's going to paint something spectacular for us, because she usually does. All right, let's see here. Let's see if I can get this down into... This one's going to be a little bit skinnier. Each one of your carrots will be different. Okay? All right, and then we're going to do the same thing. Oh, did I not cut? Oh, where did it go? All right, here we go. I thought I ironed 2 of these. 1, 2. I did. Here it is. It's kind of wrinkled. All right, hold on a minute. We're going to iron this real quick before we stick it on there, because we won't be able to iron it afterwards. So we're going to get our mat here. And I'm liking the way these turned out, y'all. I think I'm going to, I've got like 6 napkins. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some kind of arrangement with these carrots. And I also have a wooden tomb and cross that I got from Knots and Grains, I think is the name of it. Really pretty. So I might do something. I don't do a whole lot with rabbits and stuff for Easter, because I save that for celebrating Jesus. But I might do something with these, maybe for gardening or something. All right. This is number 2, and this one should go pretty quickly. So we're going to take and put this in here. We'll get the mat out of the way. And, oh, you know what? I wanted to show y'all this too. Give you an idea of some of the variety of types of things. Oh, it's kind of dusty. A variety of some of the things that I do. It's, so the first thing I showed you was buttons. This is Be the Reason Someone Smiles Today. This is resined. It has some glass in here. And so I do a variety of different kinds of things. It's just kind of whatever God brings my way. And then this is a some boots that this was a workshop that I did with the Art Shattered, I think is the name of it. And this has also got glass and resin in it. And then I do chalk couture and I don't know, I just like to do different things. All right, so I'm going to bring this up this time. I think I want to cut this off like I did before. Where are my scissors? I'll use these. And just cut that off and then put a little bit of glue in here. Make a tip out of it, and then we're going to put this in here, and we're going to fold it just like a diaper. It's been a long time since I've done a diaper, but we're going to take and we're going to bring this up, and I want that in the back. So I'm putting where the wrapping part of it is in the back, so that you can't see it through the embroidery that's been cut out. All right, and then here we go, y'all. We're going to take and we're going to just put a bead of glue down here. And I'm leaving that open. It's not that big of a deal because this is going to be wrapped. Kind of like a burrito, huh? Let's see here. Oh gosh, this like stopped moving. Hey, Kathy. Good to see ya. Let me see if I missed any comments. Online private school, but I am his teacher's aide. So, oh, good for you. Good for you. You need that. I think that's wise on your part. Oops, where'd my comments go? Let's see if I missed anything. Okay, it looks like that's it. Okay, so here we go, y'all. We're going to do it again. Uh-oh. Kind of stuck. All right, so I'm just going to take and wrap this around. This one's not quite as full. I should have not wrapped it so tight, but here we go. So we're going to take and I'm going to bring this around. And we're going to wrap. We're going to do another. Let's see if I can do it this way so y'all can see what I'm doing. Just taking another bead of glue and just kind of wrapping this like you would a present. And then I'm just going to tuck a little bit of glue in here. How are we doing? 52. We're going to be good. Oh, I know what else I had that I need to put on here. Y'all remind me. I've got these Totally Dazzled bling that we can put on here to just kind of give it a little bit of pizzazz. I don't know if that's cottage core or not, y'all, but we're going to put some bling on there. All right, let's see here. I'll put this on here. I'm just putting a little bit of glue at a time, and now that I know what I'm doing, I'm going to just kind of wrap the rest of this. Make sure there's room for that to get in there. Oops. And then we're going to come over here, and we're going to do the same thing on this side. This has been fun. This turned out a lot easier than I thought it was. When I start a project, I never know where it's going to go. And I just kind of follow the project as it comes along. Okay. Now, for those of you that are interested, I'll tell you, it looks like about a 15-inch napkin square. Yeah, it's about a 15-inch napkin, if you're wondering what my dimensions are, inches. All right, here we go. We're going to do this one here. And then we'll get some Totally Dazzled on here. Oh, that'll be pretty on there, y'all. Okay, just kind of rolling this around. And then we're going to trim it. So how old did you tell me your son is, Narelle? I can't remember. What grade is he in? I taught junior high. I love that age. 13, 14, and 15. Wonderful age. Very impressionable age. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm just going to kind of use this as a prototype. And we're going to put, I've got just a few minutes left here. And we're going to take and put, I'm going to wrap this. All right. Oh my gosh, y'all. I really did not expect these to turn out as pretty as they are. I don't know why, but it's kind of... All right, so I'm going to cut this about right here. You get to be the judge of where you want to cut it. You can save that, toss that, do whatever you want with it. And I'm going to come in here and add just a little bit more glue to keep this from flapping. It's kind of nice because this brings the that embroidery back to the front, which I had not anticipated that. All right, here we go, y'all. We're going to put this white. Yeah, this is a skinny carrot. He didn't get all his vitamins. Oh, I got to do it the other way so that I can turn it. Huh. How about that? I never thought that I would end up making. All right, so I'm going to just wrap this around twice. If you wrap it around twice, it'll hold itself. You don't have to worry about having somebody's extra finger in there. Or you need, using your teeth or anything. You just hold it and it's going to stay. All right, so we're going to take and we're going to put, just kind of pull it through, and then I'm going to kind of make that bow a little bit smaller. And I think I'm going to put a piece of glue in, a little bit of glue in here, just to hold it. How we doing? I got 4 minutes. Oh, I got plenty of time. Plenty of time, plenty of time. And I'm going to kind of just cut that off, cut that off. This doesn't want to cooperate with me. All right, I'm going to put a piece of glue in here. And then kind of fluff this out. Put a little bit of glue right there in the center of that. And then fix the wire so that it goes the way I want it to. All right, so there we go. I think I want to cut this down. I think it's a little high. That's better. All right, and then what I want to do is I want to come in here. I've got some Totally Dazzled. I've picked up several different bags because I didn't know what size. Ooh, the blue is pretty. Ooh. Maybe? No, it's the wrong blue. Oh, I don't know. That's kind of pretty. I think I want to use that. All right, let me put some glue in the center of this bow so that it doesn't go anywhere. All right, what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Yes on the blue? Or should we go silver? I got 2 minutes. I can do this in 2 minutes. It's like name that tune, right? Should I do blue or silver? This is silver. Blue or silver? I like the blue. What do y'all like? Give me hearts if you like blue. Thumbs up if you like silver. This is blue, hearts, or silver. I guess it just depends if you want it to be neutral or not. If you want it to be neutral, go with the silver. What do y'all think? I'm getting a thumbs up with the silver, okay? All right, we'll do silver. So let me pull this out of here. I've got 1 minute. We'll stick this on here. And, oh, you know what? I'm thinking, what if we put it here? Should we put it here or on the bow? I don't know, maybe on the bow? We could do it. Should we do it on the carrot or the bow? Oh, that is so cute. I think I'll do it on the bow. All right, here we go, y'all. We're going to just smother this in glue. And we're going to stick. There we go. Can y'all see that? See it shining? All right, and then we'll pick out another one for this other side. And we'll do this one. We'll do them both in silver. And okay, we're going to stick that on here. I'll fix the tails of that bow later, just so that y'all can see what this looks like. Oh my goodness, yes, yes, yes. I like how this turned out. All right, we'll fix that, and we'll fix that. And this is what we have. 2 carrots. These would be cute at a wedding. You could make these for something. Okay, y'all, it's 6 o'clock. Go and watch Mary with the Painted Peach, and refresh your page if you're on the Artist Lounge Marketplace. Just a little something to inspire you, something you can do to with circles, and something that you can do to use up old napkins that have been sitting around. If you have doilies would be really pretty. You could take and do the cone part and then wrap doilies around them. All right, it's 6:01. I'm Julie with Nothing is Wasted Designs. I'd love for you to join my page. I love you. Jesus loves y'all more. Have a great night. Go watch Mary, the Painted Peach.